When we were in Bruges, we traveled around with a trainer to see a lot of sights and interesting places, and then we just stumbled onto this little pocket park, perhaps you could call it, Sint-Obrechtsstraat. I mean, I think it's quite beautiful, but it's also a bit slumbering and it has a lot of potential.
One of the topics that we have been working with since 5-6 years is this idea of following materials as they are decommissioned from buildings and from the construction sites.
Yeah, we're really interested in this idea that the world is already built in a way, and how can we as architects be better in looking at the existing buildings, spaces, but also objects and materials, and see how perhaps small adjustments of the built environment can lead to new architectures, let's say. Once we had decided on this specific location, we started to research the site's history. And apparently there was a wall going from that end to the other to kind of shut off this perhaps garden, perhaps something else from the street. There had also been some buildings, and you can see traces of those perhaps on the brick wall over there. And I think that's an interesting aspect of Bruges, is that when you walk around, I mean, the first impression might be this is this frozen monument. But when you start to pay attention to details, you see that there has been changes and shifts all over. Yeah, and one aspect of Bruges is you have the small vertical houses on row, and then every now and then you have a long horizontal wall. So that was something we took with us into the project. So there will be a new wall, let's say, on this side, and a pavilion next to it, and then this garden will have new life.
The pavilion and the wall will be constructed from used materials that we have found in and around Bruges.
We are now in the city center, but then as soon as you step out of it, it's another world of really kind of big warehouses, recycling centers where materials from the city arrive into once a building is being demolished or picked down. And on the other way around, these are also, I guess, places where materials come into before they form new structures in Bruges. So there is this interesting relationship between the city center and its surrounding, and they are both depending on each other.
We have also visited the Triennale workshop and warehouse to see if there are materials from other previous Triennales that we can use in the structure.
So in a way it becomes a built manifest of previous Triennales, but also the built environment in Bruges and its surrounding.
And of course we hope that the garden will become like an oasis and a place for contemplation and activity that can appeal both to visitors of the Triennale but also to the locals living and working in around the site.
And hopefully this is not a pavilion that you just go to experience and then leave, but actually a place for the people living in the surrounding to kind of stay and spend time here. That would be amazing, I think.